Hey, can everybody see me? 14, folks. Oh, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Florida, Arizona. Wow. Kentucky. Hey, Patricia. California. So 9 o'clock here in Abu Dhabi. Illinois, Missouri. And you don't get the thrill? Somebody calling your name? Oh, and some folks do. I do catch. It is a fast scroll, but I have like cobra-like reflexes, and my eyes are like an elephant. South Carolina, Low Country. Hey, Texas, morning. Okie, smooth operator. Virginia, New York, Jersey, Frisco, Texas. Lots of South Carolina. I do miss South Carolina. Be heading home next month. Go see Arlene, and Bella will be back from college. So, how's everybody? I hope everybody's doing okay. Thanks, Ann. I appreciate that. If I say, oh, Ann, don't be so tough on us. Oh. Well, how's everybody doing okay today? All right. All right. Let me see. Let me get some settings here. So, today's Saturday here, obviously Saturday evening. This is like so I have to go to work tomorrow. So the Sunday's a work day in Abu Dhabi. So we work Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday are off. That's the weekend over here. So tomorrow's a work day. And I appreciate that, Bianchi. So and let's see. I've got a sim first thing in the morning, so I won't be able to stay on at my usual 2-hour chats or anything here. I think I can give you a good solid hour though. So, anybody have any questions or anything they want to ask? Yeah, people are wearing masks here, so it's pretty locked down. It's funny because the UAE is it's like the United States. It's United Arab Emirates, so there's a bunch of Emirates. The Emirates are like different states. They used to be different countries. They had different emirs, leaders of them, and it's funny looking back, like in the early '70s, because when they were talking about putting the country together, Bahrain and Qatar were two of the other ones that said, no, we want to do our own thing. So they were almost part of the UAE. But Abu Dhabi is the biggest, richest of the Emirates, and they're pretty conservative too here. So the national government's here, so they're a little bit more. Dubai's a little bit more loosey goosey with it, but everybody still continues to wear masks. So, Bella, you on here? Did I see somebody said hi, Bella? Is Bella on here? That'll make my day if you are, girl. Oh, where are you at, Bella? Let me scroll back. Oh, there you are. Hey, Bella. Hello from Liberty. Sweet girl. That makes my day, girl. Indeed. Oh, everybody. Bella, I think you're more popular than I am, I think. Oh, yeah. You know what? I was thinking about that when I go home. I'm looking forward to getting back in the kitchen. I told Bella already. I was like, "Hey, we're gonna go in the kitchen and fire some stuff up." So probably lots of stuff with bacon because I miss bacon. I really miss bacon over here, by the way, because you can get it, but you really you have to go into special stores. They have the separate room that's blocked off, and there's only certain places that do it. Yeah, Bella knows. Bella knows that it don't take much to make me cry when it comes to her. I head home, Cheryl. I head home toward the end of May. I head back on the 21st. I'll be heading back. So, um, looking forward to it. I need a break. This is the longest that I've been away from apart from Arlene. All the deployments and everything I've had to do in the past, and this has been the longest. So, but she's planning to come back out. And I think Bella is too. So we get some videos of me and Bella traipsing around the UAE. So, onion. Every time I type that, I laugh. I think about Bella. Oh, Karen, you made her chocolate chip cookies? Well, I know they're good. Bella, we have her make those all the time. She'll be making plenty of those while I'm home, right, Bella? Bella. Oh, no, my Bella. Bella, I'm surprised you're awake. What is it? It's like 1 in the afternoon there, right? Surprised you're awake. Oh. Yeah. GJ, yeah, that's a lot of moving around in the military, that's for sure. Hot, sticky South Carolina weather. So, JLL there, it's hot and sticky like I've never seen anywhere on the planet here in the summertime. So, I remember going back when I was back here in 2015. I went back home, and at the time we lived in Virginia, and it was hot and humid. Hot and humid there was like high 80s. I was like, oh, this is nice. My wife's like, it's so hot. Uh, we get to buy the farm. I hope so. That's the plan soon, is to get a gentleman's farm somewhere. Cheryl, you know what, Steve or Stephen, it's funny because my family, Arlene, everybody, all my family, everybody calls me Stephen, but at work and everything else, everybody calls me Steve. So that's mostly the way that goes. I answered about anything, anything. Been called a lot too. Some not so nice. I'll answer that too. Oh, thank you. Uh, Lila, is it Lila or Leela Turner? Thanks, I appreciate that. Uh, 3 months, Bella. Bella, are you excited about coming out here to the UAE too? Oh, muggy 80 and Len, it's like 80 at night here. So in the summertime, it's funny because it'll be like 115 or something like that during the day, and the heat like that tamps down the humidity. I'm talking the summertime, like July, August. Um, but when the sun goes down at night, the humidity just comes back up. It's like sticking your head in a dryer right after it finishes. You know, that hot, humid air. So it's nothing like ever seen anywhere. It's crazy. So it's pretty nice now. It's like the tail end. It's just starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, the heat. So the beauty of it is, Bella, that we won't have to be out in the heat too much. We'll just run from mall to mall, and it's nice and air conditioned inside. Karen, I'm wondering how my yard is now. So, well, I'm looking forward to getting back and making sure it's all squared away. I do miss working out in the yard. So, not much grass here. Imagine that. Uh, Irish Rose, yeah. Arlene said the weather's been real nice in the Carolinas the last week or so. So, it's been real nice, like low 70s. So, no, it's dry until the summertime. JLL there. It's really humid because we're right here on the coast. Now you get away from the coast and kind of up into the mountains out farther east, and it's not so bad. The mountains are you get up a little higher. It's not so bad, but it's just hot here. Uh, Lila. Lila, is that right? Mall to mall. That's right, Bella. We're going to be running mall to mall because there's malls here and they're air conditioned and women be shopping. Call you anything but not late to supper? That's right, Janice. You know what they say, you can always tell a pilot. You just can't tell him much. Uh, Supernova, hold on now. Hold on. Bella's got her own money now. We're going to talk about a daddy who pays. So Bella pretty much knows all she has to do is just ask nicely and be sweet to me for a little bit. And I'll pretty much buy her anything she wants. So Ben Affleck, that's right. Are you sure? You sure you're not Ben Affleck? Not so much now. Pretty sure. Mama told you. She told you to get ready to shop, right? Oh, okay. Great. I'm gonna have to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches between now and then to save up for that. I can feel that now in my wallet. Oh. Lynn, COVID restrictions. It's the masks now, and everywhere you go, and if you leave the Abu Dhabi, the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, like I went on that fishing trip last month to Fujairah, and I had to get a PCR test to come back in. And then after you come back, you have to get a test at the 3-day point and the 6-day point or something like that. Or no, it's 4-day and the 8-day point. So you got to leave Abu Dhabi and to come back and to stay, you've got to get 3 PCR tests total. So it's pretty harsh. Now, if you get the vaccine, which mostly they offer the Chinese vaccine, you only have to you can leave and go as you please. You just have to take a PCR test once a week if you do that. So like people that work in Dubai traveling back and forth, that's what they have to do. So they do offer the Pfizer test vaccine here, and I was thinking about getting that, but I'm so close now to coming back. I think I'm gonna just get the vaccine when I get back home. So let's see. What do the boys have to do? I'm pretty much so. If you ever watch that show, The Goldbergs, there's one scene in there where the mom's like, "Look, I'm the pusher, and the husband's the smusher. So I'm the smusher. My job is to say no. That's my job, because there's got to be somebody in the family that says no to buying something, and that's my job. And I take great pleasure in saying no. Makes them tough. That's what the boys need." I used to tell Bella, used to kid with her and say, well, Bella, you keep doing that, Daddy's going to buy you a Corvette when you're 16. And it got to the point where Benjamin, he started getting older. They started putting him and the other boys started putting the warnings down, going, "Now, you better not buy her that." Oh, let's see. No, you don't, Irish. You don't have to quarantine between tests. Um, Now, we had somebody at work who tested positive. Um, her mother got it, and they have like a dorm set up where people that test positive have to go and stay for 10 days, or if they test negative twice in a row, then they can leave. But you stay there for 10 days, and they figure after 10 days, if you're asymptomatic, then you're not contagious, and they let her go. She finally got the second negative test, but that's the thing. Now, if you it when I come back from the States, it's just like when I came out last time. If I fly into Dubai, um, you basically have to quarantine 10 days, or you go into Dubai where there's no quarantine requirement. You just have to be negative, the negative COVID test, and then you can go around Dubai and hang out. So we're going to do a little staycation in Dubai for 10 days, and then we'll come down. After 10 days, you can come in. It's like being quarantined. Or if we came directly to Abu Dhabi, they would put a GPS bracelet on your wrist, and you'd have to stay in your room for 10 days. So I ain't doing that. So let's see. Yeah, so yeah, the Arlene and Bella are planning to come out here with me when I come back in June. So let's see. Let's see. Trish, I don't talk to Ernie too often. We're on Facebook, together every now and then. We'll talk. He's doing fine. He works up near um, Myrtle Beach, up that way, South Carolina. Psalm 122. I have visited Israel. We went there on a cruise and stopped in there. We spent 2 days there, touring around Jerusalem. Went down to the Dead Sea. Went up to Galilee. It was right. We loved it there. It was really nice. Yeah, I've heard, Norma, that things are really opened up. A lot of the states. Arlene said South Carolina's got they've done away with the mask thing. Some businesses still have it, and they're like, okay, fine, then I'll wear it when I go in there. It's no big deal, but don't have to. That's kind of nice. So Bella needs a Lamborghini. Oh, I don't know about that. She's no, I don't think so. Not a Lamborghini. Um, let's see. Yeah, Cheryl, that GPS, that's the truth. And we had somebody come back and do that, and he would send us Snapchat videos of him. He's a big runner. He couldn't leave the apartment, so he's running circles around his apartment. I'm like, I don't know how your wife doesn't kill you doing that, because Arlene would wring my neck. I drove her crazy enough last summer with all the Corona stuff, just doing all my little projects around the house. um, Tomato pie. I love tomato pie, Len. Yeah, I do. Um, let's see. Lamborghini is what you're thinking. Well, Irish, if you help pay for it, maybe we'll get her one. Sylvia, that's a good question. Where do I hope to farm? Because we're talking about that a lot. Now, the nice thing about spending the last 20 years in the military, when we moved around a lot, I grew up in South Carolina, but I'm willing to. There's a lot of nice places in this country, so I'm kind of leaning towards like Tennessee, Kentucky area, something like that. But we're still looking around. We're balancing everything, taxes, land, a nice town nearby, and all of that. So we're going to spend the next couple of years looking around. So we're planning to go to a wedding up in Pennsylvania, and our niece is getting married, and we plan to come back through Kentucky. I want to check out Kentucky. So, Miss Janet, I plan, well, my contract's at least until November, but we're planning a couple of years here. So at least, especially if Arlene comes out here and likes it, we may stay even longer than that. But um, I'm that's the plan right now. Somebody asked what the hottest temperature is. I saw 53 Celsius one time. So if somebody's got some handy dandy, yeah, so let me put that in my calculator here. So 53C is 127. So that's the hottest I've seen. That's a hot day. So let's see. Idaho. Trisha, Arlene talks about Idaho a lot. I've seen the Idaho, the high desert there too. It is a pretty state out there. I'm getting a little drink here. So let's see. April Justice, you love Kentucky, huh? Yeah, I really want to check out Kentucky because I think it's a beautiful state. The few times I've driven through it, but I really want to see it. And then I watched the show Justified. I don't know if you've ever seen that show. They talk a lot about Eastern Kentucky, Harlan County, and all that. And I'm like, they need a lawman there. Could be what I go do. Yeah, I hope so, Irish. I hope she buys her own Lamborghini soon. Start saving up, Bella. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's just starting to, 1st of May, it's just starting to get hot now here. So let's see, any other questions? Let me see if I missed any. So we got 134 folks here. Don't want to live in Eastern Kentucky. Is that where Boyd Crowder is? Lisa Lowe. Asking for beer or liquor there. Ask her, Bella. You can buy beer and liquor and wine and all that here. You can get, like I said, you can get pork too. You got to have a special license, and there's certain stores that offer it, but there's certain stores that sell beer and liquor. So, but you can. You can't. They really frown on public intoxication, obviously, and things like that. So, let's see. Northern Alabama. Yeah, somebody was talking to me about Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and I don't know if that was you, LC1. I was looking into that a little bit. I'm intrigued by that, actually. So, Alabama, that's a nice state too. Kentucky Derby today, yeah. Let's see. Avoid East Kentucky. Lexington is nice. From Cumberland Gap. Daniel Boone National Forest. Yeah, that's a beautiful area. Let's see. Cheryl, yeah, there's not a lot of pork. You don't see pork out. I mean, like I said, it has to be a special place because they're Muslim country here. They don't eat pork. Don't eat pork. So like hot dogs, they're chicken hot dogs or beef hot dogs, sausages, the turkey bacon or beef bacon. That's why I say I miss pork bacon. So, thank you, Shawnee. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, Sedona, how are you? Uh, so a lot of the folks I see here, the folks that I've answered that have leave comments on videos and things like that, I see some familiar names, people that have messaged me and everything else. I appreciate all your support and everything else, all that y'all do. Are citizens allowed to own weapons? No. I don't think I've ever seen a gun store or anything. You probably have to have special license to hunt or anything else. Not that there's a whole lot to hunt here, but certainly no gun stores or anything like that. So, um, yeah, I spent Veronica. I spent some time in Jersey. I spent a year there at Fort Dix there, going through a school with the Air Force. Yeah, that's a beautiful part of the country. I mean, it's beautiful there, but yeah, taxes and all that. So, uh, yeah, we actually had a rain the other night. I was sitting outside and it just started sprinkling a little bit, and it wasn't even enough to wet the ground. So I guess they do some cloud seeding here when the clouds get real thick, like we had last week, and they I guess they fly up and try to cloud seed it to get it to rain, try to coax some rain out of it. So um, let's see. I let's see. Beef stroganoff. Somebody mentioned that Irish about that. I was thinking about trying some of that in the crock pot. There's a couple of crock pot ideas I got brewing right now, so I'm gonna swing by the grocery store tomorrow, pick up some stuff, and try something new. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's Donna. It is vacation time's coming real soon. Let's see. Yeah, supernova. I know, and my eyes start to cross because the questions are coming fast, and I'm trying to hit the high points. Uh, hey, Rena, how are you? Good to see you. Glad you could join us this time. Let's see. Browns Mills. I think that's near Fort Dix, Irish, isn't it? I think so. Uh, let's see. Dolores, I don't have an air fryer. I have a friend that does, and he raves and rants about it. I may get that. I may try that. So, because the crock pot is still, I'm still like experiment with a lot of stuff with the crock pot, done things that I've never made before. Uh, yeah, Peggy, I want to buy my farm soon. I'd love to. Uh, yeah, Trisha, you can make good meals in a crock pot. I've made lasagna twice now. That's really turned out well. It's not just for chili and soup. You know, I would make a brisket and cook it in that, which is pretty good. So, uh, Trek, yes, there are churches here actually, and believe it or not, there's synagogues too for Jewish people. Churches. The UAE is very open and understanding to other faiths. Um, yeah, and there are churches, and they're downtown. There's like they have like a community church, a big building that all the different denominations. It's kind of like a church on base at a military base. They share, with the Catholics and the Episcopals and the Methodists and the Baptists, and they all share the same building. It's kind of what they do. So, um, I'm glad you like the crock pot recipes, Kim. Do thanks. Hey, Misha, welcome. Thanks, Branson, Missouri. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Dump and go crock pot. Yep, that's the way I do it. Easier the better. I grew up in first, let's see, till 75. So I was about 7. We moved from Virginia. I lived in Canada for a year, and then I grew up the rest of the time from 76 to until I left for active duty in South Carolina as well. We were Cheryl. We were in Canada. We went up to Niagara Falls actually back in 2016. We did a big family trip up there. Um, I love Canada. Yeah, we Banff National Park out there. I used to live in Edmonton. Let's see. Yeah, I love the Crockpot too, right? Uh, Daniel, I appreciate that watching mom's videos, and that's the whole idea. I told as long as people want to watch, we'll leave it up, and I still go on there sometimes and look for some recipes and cook some things. And that's what she told me. That's why she started it in the first place, because she got tired of me calling asking her how to make stuff. She said, "I'll just put it on the video and show you." So that's kind of how it all got started. So, uh, Talon, I grew up in Newport News, Virginia. I was born in 68 till 75. I think we moved up to Canada about then. I think that's when it was. Crockpot didn't, or the corned beef didn't work out. Fatty, huh? Yeah, I've cooked brisket before, but I brine it for a day or so to kind of help soften, and then I just coat it with barbecue sauce and just cook it slow, and it is really good. Chicken taco, in the crock pot. Chimichanga recipe. No, I'll have to go back through and look for that. Chimichanga, huh? Let me write that down. I do love me a good chimichanga. Is it fried chimichanga? Let me write that down. Chimichanga. It was let's see. Did she, Daniel? Yeah, she got the biggest kick out of that. I mean, it's just people just started writing and all. She just couldn't get over that, just how much people wrote and looked up to her and everything else. She was always just surprised. So she told a story one time about the first time that happened to her. They were at some grocery store in Orangeburg, and her and Bucky got separated, and anyway, he was ready to go, and just wanted to make sure she knew he was up there. So he had him make an announcement. Phyllis Stokes, your husband's waiting for you up front. So she goes up there. She's the usual, what in the world, and she gets up there, and there was like 3 or 4 people going, "Hey, are you Phyllis Stokes from the YouTube?" Oh, and they made such a big deal, and she was just like, "What in the world was that?" Oh, she just taste of fame there. Yeah, Veronique, I really like the UAE. I mean, it's really nice here, and the people life. One thing I've noticed too. I mean, a lot of the guys that I train and fly with, I mean, they like to laugh, and and so I just it cracks me up to make a joke and watch them laugh, and it's just funny. There's a couple of them that are really funny, and they like a good laugh just like everybody does. Well, most people, maybe not so many Germans, maybe they don't like so much a good laugh. So oh, so 158 now, 57. No, somebody left. Yep, Debbie, they'll stay up. Don't worry. All those videos will stay up. No problem. Yep, let's see. Let's see if I missed any questions. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Let's see, we got here. B12, you lost your giggle after COVID, huh? Got it back. I'm glad. Yeah, Janice, Bucky did a big discussion on the different barbecue sauce, and I remember him talking about that, about the, in his deep South Carolina, well, you got your vinegar based, and you got your mustard based from North Carolina, and you got your tomato based. He was a barbecue expert. He liked his barbecue. Uh, yeah, I saw him that one video about mom hitting that deer. I think I remember. Well, if it's the time I remember when she was driving that our red station wagon. It was a Dodge station wagon, and she hit a deer, and it like went up under the car, and the back quarter panel and everything else, and the spit was still on the windshield the next morning. It was pretty scary. So those things will mess you up. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Yeah, Pamela, I do the same thing. I look through mom's recipes if I have a question about cooking something. Hey, Jeanette. California. Thanks, Laurie. What meals am I looking most forward to when I get back? Bacon and grits. I want a big steak, and I made that meal, the reverse seared steak with the homemade pasta. I don't want to make that again with the fettuccine and Alfredo sauce, and homemade Alfredo sauce. I was thinking about that today. Oh, it makes me hungry. Some good pizza. That's a big thing. Maybe some barbecue. So I'm looking forward to. So, Janice, so your question, the police drive Lamborghini. You know what's funny? You say that because the police here they do have some like high-end cars, and they bring them out for shows and stuff. I remember seeing them at the mall. They had a Bentley police cruiser. And they had, I don't know if it was a Lamborghini, but they had some high-end, high performance cars. Mostly they drive those like the big SUV type Nissan Titan or whatever, the Nissan I forget the brand, but the big SUVs mostly what they drive. I'll stay here, Jimmy, till contract's till November, but I plan to stay longer. So hey, Gail from Pennsylvania, how are you? Thanks, Denise. I appreciate that. Can I make pizza in the crock pot? I don't know. I think it'd be difficult because you'd have to. That's the best part about pizza, I think. I've got it used to be the cheese and the toppings, but now, man, if you get a good pizza with a good crust, there's just nothing better. That nice, like glutinous, chewy kind of pizza crust, man, I love that. I like the thin too now. So the Italian style, pizza. Let's see. You like the shopping trips, Momo? And yeah, I want to get out a little bit more and take some more videos of some different places. So that's another thing. I came down here, just to see some different things, and because where I was staying at before, there's nothing around there. So let's see. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that. Let's see. Bianchi, you should go have lunch. Go get some pizza. Oh, let's see. Pizza in the air fryer, huh? Veronica, I have not ever used an Instapot. I didn't use hers. I don't know. I've never used one. I know she was big on pressure cooking. I've heard some people talking about pressure cookers. I thought about getting something like that. Um, one of these days, I probably will. I've heard people that swear by pressure cookers and all that stuff too. So I like my kitchen stuff. I do like to cook. Y'all can probably tell. Um, yeah, nice beef stew in the crock pot. Yes. Let's see. No UFO stories, Tiny. Somebody asked me that if I ever saw any UFOs when I flew. No, no, and what in the world's the Navy seeing and all that. There's so many secret things going on, both for us and them. It wouldn't surprise me if it's some kind of new drone project or something like that they're working on. That because there's stuff that even though you're in the military that you're not cleared to talk about. So. Um, Nancy, will we just rent a house? We talked a lot about because I'm doing the hotel hopping thing for the points now because we want to hop around and I still have points from my year back in 2015 with the IHG that I still am using. Um, so that's kind of the plan. But Arlene said that she may get tired of staying in the hotels and may want to get a place. So we'll see. We'll see. Most people do get their own little apartments. So, but I knew a guy that he and his wife just hotel hopped the whole time he was here, and he was here like 5 or 6 years. So, um, thanks, LC1. I appreciate that. So I'm trying to get, like I said, I'm trying to get out a little bit more and see some more things. Um, let's see. Yeah, that was the thing about mom. She was never afraid to try something new and made plenty of mistakes. She freely admitted, but she wasn't afraid to try. Between reupholstering and making things and painting and all of the stuff that she did. So all her freezing, canning, and all that stuff. So. Um, let's see. What would I do if I saw a UFO, Pamela? I don't know. I don't believe in them, to tell you the truth. So I probably would think of somebody playing a trick on me. Um, Janice, they do have food delivered here. In fact, that's a big business here. There was a lot of that. Um, a lot of for early on with the COVID stuff, a lot of the restaurants were carry out delivery only. So there's motorcycles driving all around, delivering food all the time. So Motto and I forget some of the other things. I've never gotten it delivered, so I just get tired of sitting in my room. I like to get out anyway. Yeah, Sylvia, that's what a lot of people said is they just like listening to mom's voice, talking and American dollars. No, I use credit card. But they have the currency here is Durham. Durham's is the currency, which is directly tied to the U.S. dollar. So, but that's the currency we use here. Um, so, um, let's see. Bella, you got to go. Oh, I love you too, Bella. I'll see you soon. Oh, Bella. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm excited about doing some videos with her again. That girl makes me laugh like nobody else. um, what's my favorite airport I've been to? And where's a place you haven't been but want to go while you're there? I'd like to see um, the Seychelles. I'd like to go to Jordan and see Petra. Um, I'd like to see more of India. I want to go to see Nepal up to Kathmandu. I've heard that's a great place. Um, and uh, I really like Morocco. That was when we went there on a cruise one time. I know I've been there already, but look around Morocco. I love Morocco. Um, and we talked about Romania, Bulgaria, seeing some of that, and um, Croatia along that coast on the Adriatic there. So, um, well, thanks, B12. I appreciate that. Soothing. um, let's see. Veronique, no, Mom and Bucky never came to visit when I was overseas. My dad came over once, and he had a rough go of it. That was a different world for him. So, Mom and Bucky never came over to visit. So, uh, hey, Linda, sorry, I'm sorry, didn't say hi to you, Linda. So that's we'll see you. We'll talk to you next time. Uh, hey, Karen, how are you? Oh man. So anybody else? Let's see. If I haven't gotten to your question, I've tried to catch them here as we went. Hey, Willow Sage, how are you? Good to see you again. See you, Kim. Thanks for dropping in. Did I tell you how long? I'll tell you again. I'm here till November, but we're planning to stay longer than that. My contract runs till November. I plan to stay longer than that, so I'm liking it here. So, um, yeah, I did watch the Moravian cookie video, Psalm. Let's see. Pay for medical treatment. I had the company buys insurance. You have to have insurance if you're a resident on a work visa here. Um, and they pay for it. So it's actually pretty good. It's real convenient. It's all around. When I was here in 2015, I got sick one time and went into the doctor. That's the only time I ever had to use it. And I got right in, and I mean, a doctor's walking in like 5 minutes after I got there, talking to me, and then uh, I mean, right in to get X-rays and everything else. So it was pretty nice. The ravishing Mrs. Ritter is not here with me yet. She'll be coming back with me in July, or I'm sorry, June. In June. So, museums, they do Deepwater. That's a good idea. I do need to go see some. In fact, I think that's a good idea. I think I'm going to do a little bit of that. So, I want to save a little bit of that for when Arlene and Bella come out, so we'll have some stuff to do too, but that's a good idea. That's the plan. I'm gonna take you all around, so we'll have a good old time with Bella and Arlene out here. All right, Janice, take care. Mechanic Mama, it's yeah, it is hard to catch everything. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Bye, Frida. Zoos, there are zoos here. Yeah, there are zoos, and I think they're okay. You're welcome, Dawn. I appreciate that. Have I ever gotten sick in the middle of a flight? When I first started flying, I got airsick when I first started training with the Air Force. The first 2 flights I did, but I haven't since then. There's been a couple times when my stomach's kind of rolled over a little bit, but you just kind of, it's coming, and you just block it out. And usually, if I start feeling that way, I fly, and it just goes away. It's like people that drive typically don't get car sick. It's people that sit and watch. So it took about 24 hours total. So with my flight back, I'm going to take a straight shot from here to New York, and that's 14 hours, and then from there to Charleston. So that's a long day. That's a long day. Usually, if you stop in Europe and then come down, it's like close to 23 hour day. So boys doing good. Nathan just got back from a deployment, a little 3 week out underway off the coast of California. Worked his butt off, flew a lot. Will's doing well in training. He passed his check ride, and he's getting spun up now on tactics and everything else with flying the Romeos. And Benjamin just got his class ring, and he's they're about to graduate the senior class, and he'll be a senior next year. So he's doing real well. He's off to Alaska for his summer training on Saturday. He leaves next Saturday. So hey, stay gold. Religious police. No, not so much here. I think that's more Saudi Arabia. No, they will. No, there's no religious police that I've ever seen. Have I learned any other language? It's now just a little bit. Salam alaikum, hello. It's like, peace be upon you. Shukram, thank you. But I need to pick up some more. I do. So their English is much better than my Arabic. Why do I like it here? Laura, it's clean. It's a little more conservative here. It's some things that, there's plenty to do here. I would prefer to be in the States. But there's plenty to do here. It's more like the US here than it was in Germany. So it's, there are things to see here, and the people are friendly. Yeah, that's why I like it here. Let's see. Shukran. Yeah. Elam. What's that? Can I speak German? Ein kleiner. Ein Bier bitte. Jägerschnitzel mit Pommes frites. That's better. Urdu. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it is. Everybody is pretty nice. There's jerks everywhere all over the world, but the people here. It's not like everybody's wanting to get us or whatever. There are people. I remember when Arlene came out first, back in 2015 for a visit. We're at the mall at PF Chang's eating, and there's people walking by with their kids and playing and laughing, and they love their children. They love family. They're friendly. Most people don't want to be jerks, So, yeah, Teresa, the people they treat me nice. They're friendly. If you're nice to them, they're nice to you. If you're just not a jerk, and be a little more patient. Some things, their way of doing things, and you just have to not insist on doing things your way or whatever. It's just like anywhere. Just be considerate. Let's see. Yeah, they have been friendly. Yeah. Let's see. Have I tried any of the local perfumes? Now, it's funny because when I was here last time, one of my students gave me a little vial of oud, and I tried some of that. And that stuff is powerful. And they have stores here that sell oud. So I have, and I had some perfume, or not perfume, but cologne, whatever, for guys. Um, and yeah, there's perfume shops everywhere. I mean, that's a big thing here. So um, let's see, culture shock here, not so much. Nur means light in Arabic. Let's see. You know what? Crime areas? That's a good question. No, there are the only poor areas really poorer are the worker areas. I mean, where the workers from, but the thing is they bring a lot of workers in. There is some crime, but certainly nothing like the U.S. And because if a foreigner that's here working gets caught doing something, out they go. They do jail time, and then they kick them out. So out they go. And the Emiratis, I mean, crime, white collar stuff, if anything, but it's nothing like violent crime at all here, really. I mean, there's the occasional you'll hear about, see about, but certainly, and that's their culture. So let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Well, got a few more minutes here, and then I need to get going because I've got to get up in there early in the morning. So, hey, Clarissa, how are you? Coconut curry. I've got a recipe. I need to try it. I have it. I'd have to get to it here. My favorite crockpot meals. I'm a big fan of the lasagna that I've made. Obviously, beef brisket is good too, but the lasagna, I was really surprised. That's been my most satisfying crockpot adventure so far, has been the lasagna. I really enjoyed that. Somebody sent me an idea for another one I'm pretty excited about trying. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow and see if I can find a little tweak to it. So, let's see. Did I have to learn about their laws? No, I mean, there's really no special laws it's speeding, stealing, all that. I mean, it's pretty universal. There's no special gotcha laws that if you're talking about like Sharia law and all that. There's really, I mean, it's nothing that affects us. They do things a little bit different, but let's see. Miss Janet, you want to see me in local attire? I'll tell you what, I've seen a couple of those outfits. I'm like, that would be actually pretty cool. So let's see. They do have prisons here. They're not many, but there are prisons here, and you don't want to be in them. So thank you, Nancy May. Nancy, is it Nancy Moy? I'm sorry, I need to, there we go. Increase the size a little bit so I can read. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for joining us. Nancy Moy, I appreciate that. Good night, everybody. Hey, it's about time I got to start wrapping this up. So any last minute questions? I got a couple more here. Yeah, I'm glad. If you guys enjoy these, I enjoy doing them too. I just get a big kick out of it. So I hope you enjoyed the time together and all, and you know, any more questions you have or anything else. Um, just I appreciate all the support, and I really do. And it's just, and you guys have been so kind with all the comments for the Sunday messages and all that. I got another one coming up tomorrow morning for you tomorrow morning. Well, no, Sunday morning. Sunday morning. And it's an encouragement to me, just to hear, how you feel. And that's just, things that, God puts on my heart. So, Clarissa, I appreciate that. Uh, MLBK, sorry about that. Better late than never, right? All right. Well, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for joining in, everybody. It's good seeing everybody. It's great talking to everybody, seeing everybody again, all the usual folks. And I'm looking forward to getting home and seeing the ravishing Mrs. Ritter and seeing Bella and seeing the boys and so I Cheryl. All right. I appreciate everybody. So we'll see you next time. And until then, Colonel signing off. See you next time. Bye now.